Hi, this is Michael Buffer, and you're watching
Dante's Boxing Nation.
Dante's Boxing Nation.
Dante's Boxing Nation, what's going on, guys? So congratulations to Chris EUBANK Jr. He just knocked out another foe, knocked out DORAN in the 4th round. Looked pretty good. It was an undefeated fighter, but we all know it wasn't a super tough challenge. It was just EUBANK's getting the job done so that he can move on to bigger and tougher challenges like Gennady Golovkin. You have to really commend Chris EUBANK Jr. when you think of fighters like Canelo Alvarez that wasn't willing to get in the ring with Golovkin. And when you think of Chris EUBANK, he's the complete opposite. He's begging for the fight with Gennady Golovkin, and he just might get it next. According to his promoter, Eddie Hearn, they're negotiating the fight as we speak, and a deal could be reached by next week. You know, I know a lot of people don't believe Chris EUBANK can beat Gennady Golovkin, but I will say this. I'm just elated that we finally have someone who is picking Golovkin as opposed to Golovkin always picking his opponents. So that's what makes this a better matchup for Gennady Golovkin as opposed to his previous opponents. Now, when it comes to Chris EUBANK's chances of winning this fight, I believe he has a very good chance of winning this fight, as long as he stays off the ropes and he doesn't back up. Now, we already know Gennady Golovkin has a whole bunch of weapons that's going to give EUBANK problems. But in this fight, Golovkin may be going up against a guy that has some weapons that may pose him some challenges as well. Chris EUBANK, he has an excellent uppercut, which will be a good weapon against someone like a Gennady Golovkin. Chris EUBANK, he can fight on the inside. It seems that he does have power, a good defense, and decent footwork. Not only that, but Chris EUBANK, he's young. He has an amateur pedigree. He has a fighting pedigree because, of course, his dad is Chris EUBANK Sr. So, you know, I mean, compared to Canelo Alvarez versus Liam Smith, of course, I really like this fight. I mean, it's not Keith Thurman versus Sean Porter. It's not Ward versus Kovalev, but it is an interesting fight that I look forward to watching. On top of that, Gennady Golovkin, he'll be going to Chris EUBANK's backyard. That's another element that brings a little bit more intrigue when it comes to this fight. When I think of Gennady Golovkin going over to the UK to fight a very popular fighter like Chris EUBANK, it kind of reminds me of Ricky Hatton versus Kostya Tszyu. Now, I'm not trying to compare any of these fighters style-wise, but I remember when Ricky Hatton was undefeated and he fought Kostya Tszyu. Kostya Tszyu was considered pound for pound number 3, the best fighter in the world at the time, and he was a good favorite to beat Ricky Hatton. So not only is Golovkin going to be a huge favorite to beat EUBANK, but he's also going over to Chris EUBANK's backyard, just like Kostya Tszyu did. And just in case you don't know how that Kostya Tszyu versus Ricky Hatton fight ended, it was a huge upset. And Ricky Hatton, he TKO'd Kostya Tszyu. He forced Kostya Tszyu to quit on his stool. That's pretty much all I got for now, guys. I'm on to the next one.
Hi, you're watching Dante's Boxing Nation.